welcome to Under the Radar number 4 with the girl CM. Unfortunately, my co-host is not feeling the best right now, so it's just me. That also means no MLW this week, but that's okay because ALW said that it was terrible. So hey, we saved you more time. Because of that, it will be a short show. As you all may have noticed, there was no theme music. That ain't my forte. You get what you get. So we're gonna hop on into. Let's go ahead and get started with our. It's dark. Is it dark or is it dark elevation? I can never remember. We're gonna talk about AEW Dark Elevation. All right, that's the show that happens on Mondays. Pretty good show actually. 6 matches this week. The main event was Claudio Castagnoli and Willer Yuta versus the World Horsemen. I'm gonna go ahead and tell you, you should watch this. The World Horsemen are actually really good. JD Drake getting pulled from like Pretty Peter Avalon's stable is actually really, really good for him. And it worked out really well. Super proud of him. But he and Anthony Henry, and don't get confused, I love Pretty Peter Avalon stable. I love the Workhorsemen. JD Drake just didn't quite fit in with that. But this match was really, it was a great blend of different styles. You had your hard hitting, Blackpool Combat Club. Still feels kind of weird to say that since Regal got the Passion Staff. Really good offense from the Workhorsemen. At certain points, I wasn't entirely sure that they weren't going to win, but they ended up losing. Claudio and Willer Yuta won. I personally would rank this one of my matches of the week. I loved it. Great overall. We also get y'all call her Athena. I call her Minerva versus Furry Vixen. Not much there, not a lot of time. Amy Sakura and the Bunny versus Lady Bird Monroe and Gigi Ray was actually good. I did not expect to like the team of the Bunny and Amy Sakura with Penelope Ford on the outside, but I like them. And I want to see what happens with them as time progresses. I think that they are going to be a very interesting team to watch. I think the Bunny and Amy Sakura are both veterans and they learn from each other as well. Congratulations also to Amy. Emmy, sorry. So sorry. Let me say that. Emmy, for actually winning a title recently. Very nice to still see her out here on the indies and doing a lot. I think a lot of the women in the indies having someone like Emmy around will be good because she is that hard-hitting person. She is very well-rounded. And it's interesting because her promos are more in her non-verbals, which is really cool to watch. Eddie Kingston Ortiz defeating Hagani Shina and Stephen Andrews. Kingston Ortiz win here. Interesting to note that Kingston did not attack after the bell. Instead, he danced. So, Christmas came early, first and foremost. Marina Shafir defeating Jasmine Allure. You can miss that one, as well as the Athena match. Both of them were very short. That's a strength for Shafir, but I think for Athena, you're going to want to give her longer matches. You're also going to want to give her. You're going to want to start building folks for her to challenge if she's going to be your Ring of Honor Women's Champion. I don't know how that's actually going to play out long term because I don't like her as a person. But I think that having her wrestle mainly on an app show is not going to do for her what it should do. And I will never take away from the fact that she is very talented. I think that if we're going to do ROH on a app, we have to do a little bit more for the women's division, because I think you only have Mercedes Martinez, Athena, and Maria Kanellis, I think, is signed to ROH. So what other women are you going to do? Like, who else is going to appear? Questions. Then we have Ethan Page. Oh, I was wrong. The main event actually was Ethan Page, Matt Hardy, Isaiah Cassidy, Dante Martin, Darius Martin, and Takeshita versus the Trustbusters and the Wingmen. Minus Ethan Page on the mic, this match was really good. You have a lot of really good workers in there and a lot of people who are very underutilized. But having Ethan Page kind of bark out the orders took away from it. I did like the fact that everybody was just like, you know what? You say one more thing and we're going to take you out, even if you're on our team. That was pretty funny. Him getting the win because he made them tag him in after all the work was done was also pretty funny. I don't quite know where they're going to go with this whole Matt Hardy private party Ethan Page thing. It'll be interesting to see, but I am a little iffy about it right now. Having him bark out the orders just kind of took me out of it, which is why I don't think I remembered its placement. It just felt very off. Not a good use of Ethan Page. I would have preferred him to, if he was going to do that, be off the mic. Don't even be on the ring. Like, don't be on the apron. Stand down there and yell at them or do commentary and like talk crap. All that stuff could have been better than just yelling on the microphone, you know? So that is Dark Elevation. All in all, pretty good. Much better than the last few weeks. I would say go out of your way to watch Claudio and Wheeler, Emmy and the Bunny, and surprisingly, I will also say the main event of Top Flight in them versus the Wingmen and the Trustbusters. Doing that, those three matches were actually really good, and it's something that you'll enjoy. Next, we have AEW Dark. Now, this was a show that you actually want to watch. It is 11 matches, about an hour and some change. So if you have an hour and some change, watch it. If you are working out or something post-Christmas, watch it. It is really, really a good this is getting us back to the darks that we loved, like way back in the day. It gets us back to those darks. To start off with, we have Kenny by God Omega versus Hagani Shino. I did not know much about Shino, but what I found out is he's the inventor of the SOS from Kofi Kingston, which was really cool. Or so the internet says. This match, I don't know how to explain this match in like a concise way. Kenny thought he was going to go out there and kind of have it a little bit easier. He hits all the moves. He's busting out a whole bunch of stuff. Shino just is like beating him in his own game. It takes a V-trigger and a one-wing angel in order for Kenny to actually pull out the win. And on like the on a week where you have to face Pac, Death Triangle, like that's not necessarily something that you want to have to do, expend a whole bunch of energy. But yeah, this is a match that I personally want to see on Dynamite. I think it could be a pay-per-view match. I think having it on YouTube should definitely pull in some viewers for AEW. Go out of your way, make sure you watch this. Yeah, I, I'm trying to be concise, y'all, but yeah, it's that good. It is. It's. It's so good. It's so good. Um, your second match is Action Andretti versus Invictus Cash. Action Andretti wins. Easy to know. Marina Shafir versus Angelica Riss. Shafir wins again. Parker Boudreaux versus Gus De La Vega. Boudreaux, I'm actually happy he's with Swerve. Swerve is very talented on the mic. He's also very good at pushing and training folks. And the folks that he usually trains with are also very good at training folks. I think Parker will learn a lot more from him than he will from other folks. And I think if Parker Boudreaux can be around someone like Keith Lee, who is very talented and a big guy, you might see what we all thought we would be seeing out of Parker by now. Of course, he wins. Very quick match. You blink, you kind of miss it. We have Angelico and the Chaos Project versus Jared Diaz, Jay Marte, and Richard Adonis. Angelico and Chaos Project win. It was a different trio, and that is because Angelico and Serpentico, not sure about Luther, are going to be doing Spanish announcing. So when they are a trio, they are the Spanish Announce Project. I liked it. Angelico and Serpentico actually work together. I'm a fan of Luther. Just throwing the pure tea hell out of Serpentico. Serpentico is usually up for it. So it was a good match. And it's also good to see them getting more time. They're entertaining. They work well. Good blend of styles. And Helico actually wins with a submission. Folks should actually pay more attention to Helico. And Helico is a very talented submission-based wrestler who's also a high flyer. And that's not something that you see a lot of. And you love to see it. We have Julia Hart versus Sahara Seven for the sixth match. I am a fan of Sahara Seven. It's been very interesting to watch her on AEW. I wanted her and Julia in a faction because, the darkness kind of playing off each other. Julia wins. I actually want to see this in a longer match. And I kind of want to see it on a Dynamite somewhere farther in the future. I think they have pretty decent chemistry, and that could be a really good pairing for Julia to elevate her a little bit more. But I want to see Sahara 7 a little bit more as well. She's a very good wrestler to me. Match 7. Jeff Jarrett and Satnam Singh versus Dean Alexander and Rosario Grillo. Dean Alexander and Rosario Grillo will actually come up again later. Yeah. We all know how that went. The Wingmen for the 8th match. The Wingmen versus Jake St. Patrick and Sage Scott. Another one that you could miss. The Wingmen win. Kip Sabian versus Caleb Conley. Not sure if you all know who Caleb is, but Caleb with a K. Impact. Good match. Good to see Kip Sabian again, but missable, unfortunately. 10th match, we have Jade with the Bodies versus Dream Girl Ellie. Sadly, it was missable. I need them to build up somebody for Jade. I need Jade to start having more than just jobber matches. I need them to go back to kind of like the Nyla thing, where we had segments, we had things that built on, we had interesting things. Um, but until we get that, love Jay. We love to see her everywhere. Um, so Jay wins. Last but not least, we have Ricky Starks versus Cesar Bononi. Of course, we have Starks winning. But he actually gave Bononi a good match. Is Bononi has improved. Actually, having him with Ryan Nemeth and Peter Avalon has been really good for him. And you would not think those are the best, but those are some folks who are really, they are actually really great people to have trained folks. The Those two are underrated in the ring, um, but the three of them together work well and they play off each other, and I liked it. Starks ends the match and cuts a promo saying he's going to talk on Dynamite, which we saw on Dynamite, um, and that MJF ain't shit. I would say watch this one. It's not the best, but it's really good. Out of this show, of course, you want to see Kenny Omega. And the Spanish Announce Project is also something that you want to see. Those are really the two big ones out of AEW Dark. We also have BT. Now, remember I said Dean Alexander and Rosario Guerrero are going to pop up again? They began this episode as the stand-ins for Matt and Nick. And this episode is like 27 hours. It was supposed to be 27 hours in, I forget where they were in Texas, but it ended up being 28 because delays. And you have the fact that Ryan Nemeth cannot turn left and Cesar Bononi has to turn him left. You have, of course, the behind the scenes for them preparing for the Death Triangle match where unfortunately Nick tapped out because of his ankle. Personal favorite thing to watch on this particular episode was, of course, Daniel Garcia and Isaiah Cassidy predicting who's going to win the best of 7. Quite frankly, I don't know why they don't let Daniel Garcia's personality show on AEW Dynamite. Bruh is hilarious. He is freaking hilarious. They were sitting there like typical New Yorkers smack talking about all the things that are kind of like happening. And they're joking about the fact that Mark Quinn chose against the Elite, so that's why he's not there this week. Really, he's injured. I found it hilarious. I think this is the episode you should watch if you just want a quick laugh for a few minutes. It's very interesting. It's funny. While I'm not spending a lot of time talking about it, that's because I don't want to kind of reveal a lot of different things from it. You have your typical Elite. You have, of course, that segment I just talked about. Smart Mark Sterling's up there advertising his lawyer services for Christmas. But all in all, it was a really funny show. I liked it. You should watch it. You should really go out of your way to watch these things. Oh, I knew I forgot it. I forgot something. Impact was good this week. Favorite match, of course, was the main event of Jordan Grace and Mickie James versus oh geez. Hold on, y'all. Let me go to the notes and actually pull that up because I have completely forgotten who they were facing. It was a lot of talk. Bully Ray attacked Tommy Dreamer and beat the dog crap out of him in front of Josh Alexander. sad to see, but Jordan Grace versus Mickey James and Tasha Steelz. Jordan Grace, Mickey James versus Tasha Steelz and Savannah Evans was our main event. Um, it was good. At points, it looked like Tasha Steelz was about to pin Mickey James, which of course would end Mickey James' career. Didn't happen, but it was something that we may not have considered when Mickey's doing these tag matches. Like, that's something to note. After the match, Mickey James like hits Jordan Grace with like a super kick to end. It's gonna be an interesting match between those two. Like I said, Bully Ray attacking and just massacring Tommy Dreamer in front of Josh Alexander is something that you should watch. Skip the Eddie Edwards promo. It was off. Macklin versus Witch Swan. It was good, but it didn't really have an ending. Mike Bailey versus Yamura was good or really awesome. I just don't want them to overuse Bailey. He gets the win here. I want to make sure, like, what are they building him for? What are we gonna do with him? Let's get more. Let's see what else. Sami Callihan and the design thing. It's not working. I'm not sure if it's the design, like ALW was concerned about, or if maybe it's Sami. I'm not quite sure here yet. Well, I'll give it another week and we'll see. Not holding my breath. And the first match was the Knockouts Tag Team Champions, the Death Dolls, versus Deonna Purrazzo and Giselle Shaw. Death Dolls win. Shaw and Purrazzo said they're never going to team together again. That's perfectly fine. Cancel that. We're done. Moving on. Personally, for me, see the main event. Main event's good. Any Mike Bailey match is good. Even though Rich Swann versus Steve Macklin didn't have a technical finish, watch it because those two are always good. Yeah. I think I said the Bailey match. If I didn't, watch it. Actually, all the main wrestling was good this week. Dark Elevation, and Impact were good. You had missable segments, but you have to have that anyway if you want to have like a pretty healthy show. I personally am pretty cool with it. Make sure that you go see those lovely things. However, just because we missed the cookout, I wanted to make sure that you all had your clown of the week. So, your clown of the week, I don't know if you all missed it, but it is Lacey Evans. I have not liked Lacey Evans for years. For years, I have said Lacey Evans ain't shit. For years, I have said she really ain't shit. She will never be shit. She is boring. She is clumsy. She cannot wrestle. She cannot act. She is not good at anything that she does. I don't like the way she breathes. I don't like the way she walks. I don't like what she does her hair. I just don't like her. I would rather watch Athena and cheer for her than Lacey Evans. Lacey Evans is like this much. You see this much? You see that right there? You see that right there? That's how much more I like her than Ronda. Actually, no, I can't even say that because they both dumb as hell. Lacey Evans decided to hop her happy ass on the internet and tell everybody if you eat processed food, you increase your child's chances of autism and ADHD. Well, Lacey Evans, let me help you out with something. No! Just no. No. The people that were defending you, a lot of them have ADHD or are on the autism spectrum. And what you did was basically tell your fans, fuck you, I don't care. So because of that, Lacey Evans, you get my clown of the week. I should give clown of the week to the people who believed in you and who thought that you were a decent person, even though you gave your daughter blackface for Halloween and was like, "Oh, it's just a costume." That's when you should have. That's who should get it. But instead, I'm gonna give it to you, Lacey. Lacey Evans packed up on your trailer right on your little clan bake in the sky here. And just never come back. Ever. Ever, ever, ever. Triple H, you already have one in Nikita Lyons. You don't need another one. Just take Nikita. She's decent enough for whatever it is that you want to do for these people. And you ain't gotta bring what's the face back. We don't need her. Nobody wants her. Just saying. Sorry, not sorry. Clown of the week goes to Lacey Evans. You ain't shit. That's the best way to say it. All right. But that concludes all the lovely things that I have to talk to you all about. You will catch us in a little bit live. Well, by the time this airs, it'll already have happened for our Rampage Watch Along. Tuesdays, usually we have the cookout. We're still trying to see if we're going to do something for the year end. Who knows? But if not, come back for 2023, where we will have a whole lot of things on Workhorse Wrestling Network. Sorry, y'all. I'm a little bit off. I'm still not 100% like I want to be. And I am kind of happy because that made like the Tory Lanez verdict came in the right way. So yeah. Catch us again. Come back and watch us. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter. We love y'all. Stay safe. Stay warm. Have a wonderful Merry Christmas. Happy Hanukkah. If you celebrate Kwanzaa, have a happy Kwanzaa. It is Festivus today. I am recording it on Festivus. So if you celebrate Festivus, celebrate. Air out your grievances. I will air mine out somewhere else, not here. Y'all have a great rest of your day. Bye.